So I'm going to show you the fastest way that I know to build connections on LinkedIn in 2023, and then I'm going to tell you why you probably shouldn't do this. All right, let's jump straight into it. So how do we build connections fast in 2023? So the quickest way to build connections is to reach out to a target market that you know are open to connect and basically send connection messages. Blank connection messages are fine. No need to complicate it. Keep it fairly simple. The real question is, why do you want to grow your network? So if you're trying to grow your network to generate sales, then the question becomes far more complicated. If you just want to have a slightly bigger network or like increase your numbers, at least to begin with, so your account looks more legit, I don't know. I'll quickly show you one way just to boost your numbers of connections really quickly. So from experience, recruiters tend to be, from my experience, one of the most open to connect target markets on LinkedIn. So if you just look for people, recruiter, and then go title, recruiter, and connections, second and third degree, then just, basically save this search, save it to your list, and then just each day start connecting with, around 20 people per day, and you'll find that you should have a substantially high connection rate. You don't even really need to put a connection message in. So if you want to grow your network fast, this is probably the fastest way I know to grow it. And you can use like automation platforms, there's so many of them anyway. I'm sure you've heard of them, and you can use automation platforms to just automate that connection message. You can get to scrape the list and send out the connection messages here. That's the quickest way. Now, the real question is why do you want connections? Do you want connections because you want to generate clients on LinkedIn? Or do you just want to get connection for connection's sake? In which case, follow the process that I just told you, connect with recruiters. If recruiters are your target market, then great, you'll be able to get connections pretty easily. But once again, if you want them to actually become clients, then that may not be the best approach. So what I found is if you're actually trying to generate clients on LinkedIn, getting the highest number of connections isn't always the best strategy. And once again, it depends on the actual follow-on strategy as well. If you're strong on your content marketing and you know that in the future you'll drive inbound leads, then sometimes, it does make sense just to get as many connections of your target market as possible. But if you're looking to drive, leads today and start those conversations, and for those who don't, you can then later focus on inbound marketing, then you're going to want a message that addresses the value you provide and is very open and honest about why you want to connect with someone. And that's going to increase your chance that that person's actually going to engage and want to become part of your network, and also progress that conversation along as well. So I have posted videos previously on the best types of connection messages in order to get people to become clients. But it just really depends on what you want to actually achieve. So this is just a short video to share a little strategy on how to get your connection numbers up. But the quickest way to get connections is to focus on a market that's open to connecting. Some other tips, if you have Sales Navigator, this is another really great way on building your target market really quickly. Can't do this with, I don't believe you can do this with free search. Let's just have a quick look before I say something that's potentially wrong. Past company, schools, industry, profile, open to, service categories. Potentially you could use talks about and then use a hashtag here, because people who are posting will have things that they've talked about. But what you would prefer to do is, if you have Sales Navigator and you're looking at a target market, second and third degree contacts, and let's say your industries, manufacturing or chiropractors, let's say chiropractors. Oh no, manufacturing came up, that's good. So if you want to connect with manufacturing, let's make it a bit better. Managing director. So this might look like your ideal target market, but you'll find a lot of these, because you're targeting both second and third degree connections. A lot of these people, we don't even know if they're even using LinkedIn. They might have a profile, but I know before I started using LinkedIn a lot, I was never on the platform. So what you can do is, first of all, target second degree users, because they're more closely connected to your network, which means they're more likely to have a bigger network, which means they're more likely to be open to connecting. So that's one way. And then you double up by focusing on activities and shared experiences. People have changed jobs in the last 90 days. Well, they've updated their profile in the last 90 days, so they must use LinkedIn to some degree, and posted in the last 30 days. Probably posted in the last 30 days is your best one if you have a big enough list and you're trying to grow as quick as possible. So if you go post in the last 30 days combined with second degree connections on your target market, if you connect with these guys alone, you're going to get a substantially increased connection rate and grow your network really quick. and you can do it with your target market too. So the fastest way to grow your connections in 2023 is, well, if you're not concerned about connecting with your actual target market, then just go after any market you know to be active and willing to engage. If you want to grow with your actual target market, get Sales Navigator and use those filters to find active members, and combine that with second degree connections. And that's one of the simplest ways to increase your connection rate and grow your network as fast as possible. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just leave it below. And there should be another video which I'll connect to as well around how to write a connection message on LinkedIn that will actually drive people to become clients and get onto sales calls as well. Hope that's helpful. As always, I'm Ryan Caswell from b2bleads.com, and have a great day. Cheers.